Well, today I had all of the best intentions. I got out all of my sweatshirts for my sweet shirts. Well, not quite all of them. And I kind of sorted them by color group, whether they had bling on them. These are darker, heavier ones. Those are special ones. These are ones that are a little lighter weight, but I really like them, and I paired them up. But since it's 100 degrees here in Houston, I just can't make myself work on
Hello,
sweatshirts.
my name is Doris. Welcome back if you've been here before, and thank you for returning. And if you're new here, well, welcome. And please do subscribe, it does help the channel. I know you're probably sick of hearing me say that, but I really do appreciate it. Today, I haven't gotten nearly as much done as what I'd like to get done. I've had a few things other that have been defocusing me. And I'm going to talk about what I wanted to make and what I did make. And then I'll have a little dancey video in the end, just like always. Please stick around to the end. I do have a sewing tip for you. And I will promise that somewhere through this video, I'll give you that little sewing tip. Thank you for joining us, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Bye.
So rather than work on more sweet shirts today in this 100-degree heat, well, it's nice, cool air conditioning in the house. It's still too warm for me to work on sweet shirts. I just can't do stuff that's heavyweight when it's so friggin' hot. So what I decided to do was, well, continue on a bit with my bloomers. I do have a friend, my sewing protege, coming over tomorrow, and we are going to work on a pair of bloomers for her. And they're going to be special bloomers, and she takes a little larger size than what the pattern is, and the pattern is a little bit small. So I am going to try, well, I actually had upsized the pattern for her and given her a pattern. And what I did is I added about 4 inches total to the side, each side, because each leg is what you do. And so what I wanted to do, and I added that on the pattern, but of course the pillowcases are only so wide. So I wanted to come up with a technique, and hopefully it will work, because I'm going to try and finish that today, and I'll let you know on Sunday how it worked out. I'm going to add a piece onto the pillowcases. And what I decided to do is make it out of some kind of stretchy workout material, some pants that I had that they had a little wear on the inside of the leg, but nothing on the outside of the leg, which is really nice. So I'll show you here. I laid my pants out on this pillowcase, which has a really nice piece of filigree. I'm going to put that on the top, though I like doing that for the waistband. But you can see the pillowcase is nice and long, and my friend is kind of statuesque, so she needs the length. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pants, the black ones, and I'm going to cut them in half down the side. That'll give me the 4 inches on each side. I'm going to do that on each side. And then what I'm going to do is I'll cut a couple more pieces out of this other side, and I'll use that to extend these so they're the same length. And then she can add, I have some black lace, she can add some black lace to that. So that's going to be an experimental try. And then, because it is so stinking hot, and it's hard for me to work on clothes when it's hot, I don't know if you're that way, I have over here some of my stuffies cut out. I keep a stock of these cut out and ready to make, and I'm running a little low on my vintage chenille stuffed animals. And I think I'm going to work on those because they're relatively easy to make, and they don't make me think of things that are hot. So I think if I can get that accomplished this week, finish these, and then I have one more pair over here of pillowcases, and I'm going to use that off-white crocheted lace on the legs of those, and put maybe some vintage doilies and things, make them really kind of what I call frou-frued up. I'm going to do some of that with them, and I think that will be my week, unless I can get really enthused to start in on some of my jackets. The jackets, for some reason, I can do those when it's hot. It's just the sweatshirts, for some reason, I can't. Plus, I've had a couple of other things going on this week. My washing machine decided to futz up, and so I have to spend some time helping my son-in-law see if we can fix that, or I'll have to go buy a new washing machine. And I put 4 new tires on my van yesterday, and of course, you know, even if you have an appointment, that takes over an hour. Plus, as you can see over here, I have one of the evil twins' guts spilled out because I was going to try to put a new blade on her, and I decided maybe I shouldn't do that myself. But it's a 3-week wait to get my surgery in for maintenance, so it's that upper looper blade right there, so the upper cutter. If anybody's ever done that, replaced your upper cutter on a Janome serger, let me know. I need to have just the right tool. So I need to get into my son-in-law's toolbox to see if he has something that I can take that blade off with. Maybe I'll try it, and then if I fail, I'll take it in for maintenance. But, you know, if I can save $250, I'm going to save $250. Anyway, I'll let you know later how it went. Hopefully, it was a success. Oh, and I did make another pair of bloomers for me. They're over here in a wad. I think I'll put those on and film me dancing. So you guys have a great rest of the week, and thank you for watching.
And here's your little
Bye.
sewing tip for the day. A lot of you probably already know this, and I knew it, but you know, every now and then you have to really learn something. Did you know that thread, especially cotton thread, has a life cycle? Yes, it only has a certain life. Now, if your grandmother or your great-great-grandmother passed thread down to you, it may look good, and it may be beautiful, and it may have a lot of memories, but you probably shouldn't be using it if it's been stored, especially in a hot place, because especially cotton thread does degrade over time. So if you have some thread that's old, or you're not sure how old it is, take and give the stretch test, tug on it, and if it pops or if it shreds, you probably need to either make jewelry out of it as a decoration or throw it in the trash. I know it's hard for me to throw things away too, but you know, you don't want to use old thread. Now, polyester thread, yes, it can degrade too, but it doesn't degrade as fast as cotton. Now, does that mean that you shouldn't use cotton thread? No, not at all. But polyester thread, polyester has a life cycle of its own, as we know, you know, and our landfills show us that. But still, I would do that strength test on all your thread if you don't know where you got it or it got handed down. So that's your sewing tip for the day. Bye. Thanks for watching.